we're going to move on now and talk about what I think from my journey and working with you guys. There's 6 limiting factors that all of your challenges that you've just written down are going to fall into these 6 categories. I'm going to learn how to deal with them in a sec. I'll walk you through them. If you find a 7th, I'd love you to tell me later on today to see if I'm missing one. Let's start with the first one. The first one is a mindset issue. Now, often people think when you talk about mindset that that's kind of woo-woo and, you know, being weird and come on, just get to practical stuff. But it's actually so true that many times we actually do believe like some negative things or some things that are untrue about ourselves, about our industry, about our business, about our staff. And those things can actually slow us down and hinder our progress to be able to progress to that next level. So an example might be things like, oh, it shouldn't be this hard for me. Like it seems easier for everyone else, or it's going to work for other people, but I'm just not cut out for this. I don't have what it takes. That would be an example of like a self-doubt one, right? A bad mindset. Other ones could be things like making excuses. Our customers would never allow that. That would never work. Okay, I'm not even go there and explore it. So we can often have mindset things that are holding us back from breaking through. Next thing is that sometimes it's literally our own personal leadership of ourselves. I'm constantly struggling with that, trying to improve it. We need to have like the drive and resilience to smash through those brick walls and just face these challenges head on and push through and do what it takes to actually get there. We need to make sure that we're not just doing more fun projects because they're more fun, but they're not the main thing we should be working on. That can be a personal leadership thing. We need discipline and focus and to actually sit down and just do the work. Those are all things that all tie back to our own personal leadership of ourselves, not blaming on other people. Some other real common ones that I've dealt with, and many of you as well, is like excessive use of planning as a form of procrastination. I've had people that are like, their task is to go, you know, post this marketing thing in a bunch of Facebook groups, and they'll spend days, if not weeks, just planning the perfect post. It's like, guys, just post today, do it right now, get the ball rolling. So excessive planning, strategic planning is a form of procrastination, and it's a discipline issue that we've got to work through. And not all of these are going to connect with you. I'm not telling you you have these problems. These are just things I've dealt with, I've seen people dealing with, and maybe some of them apply to you. Another one I'll just tap into here is often poor execution of your ideas. Often you can not prepare well, not actually execute the idea well, and then that causes you to go back to a mindset thing. Oh, we tried Facebook ads, they didn't work. And the amount of times, and Mike can testify to this, oh, what did you try? Oh, we put $24 in and didn't get a single customer. Thought we'd get at least $1 a customer. That's a silly example, but we often don't do the right execution, and so we get the poor results. So being able to look at our own personal leadership, discipline, focus, things like that is another limiting factor. Next thing is often you're actually just missing a skill set or a system in your own life, your own, you know, entrepreneurial business skill set. So sometimes, let's say something like a cash flow issue could actually be that you haven't developed the right skill set to build the right model or the right pricing, and so therefore your cash flow struggles because you didn't know how to figure out at the core layer, oh, our price actually needs to be $172 a month and we're $149, because it sounds like a cool number, and we went up $5 and $5 sounded like a nice fair price, but there's a skill set missing because you didn't actually figure out from data and numbers what the price needed to be. So you've got to be honest with some of these things and look at, do I actually have the skill set or the system in place to solve this issue? Sometimes that's also going to be things like tech, tools, automations, putting those systems in. Another really common one is people will often try to diversify their music school income way too early because the main thing isn't working, because they haven't taken the time to solve the main thing, get the right systems, the right model in place. And so they think, oh, mindset, my school doesn't work like that. So we need to launch this program because that's going to bring in an extra $5,000 a month, and then we'll do this as well, and now I'm burnt out because I'm doing all these things, where I should have just solved the main thing and figured out the skill set to solve what's actually broken. The ilium. Next thing, our ability to lead others. So leadership of others. I'm so excited this week that you're going to get to hear from Alistair a lot, because he's kind of my guru for leadership. He's amazing, the single best leader I ever employed out of probably 200 plus staff. Hey, real quick, if you're enjoying this clip, it's from our latest Builder Music School conference, and if you would like access to all the replays from that conference, full videos, uninterrupted, then you can click a link somewhere around this video, and you can go check out all those recordings with the speakers from all around the world. You won't regret it. Every single one of those talks is going to help you run a more successful business, make you a whole lot more money, make your life a lot easier, and keep you up with the trends that are working right now in the music teaching industry. But for now, back to the video, but the link will be somewhere around here. So find it, click it, go check it out. You won't regret it. And you're speaking on leadership a lot this week. It's going to be amazing. Show up to every session he teaches. This is so crucial. To be able to build the right team and lead people well is a never-ending journey that you're just always having to get better and self-reflection and figure it out. The right team around you, I imagine for most of you, like you're here on a cruise ship, which is insane. Some of you, hands up if your school is running without you while you're here. Wow, and so keep your hand up higher, a bit higher, so everyone can see. So these people, there's music schools are running without them while they're on a ship, just mucking around, you know, having fun. Keep your hand up if that would happen without an amazing team that you've hired and built. Wow, no hands, cool, yeah. So the team that you've built that's got you to this level has allowed you to be here today, get that profit, progress, freedom, all those amazing things. And the next level that you want to get to is likely going to need you to develop your team even further, get better people, more skilled people. And when you started, it might have been like, oh, I need to hire an admin person, 10, 15 hours. That might have been a really easy hire. As you grow, I think of Chris Marks, you've got how many admin people?
4 or 5.
4 or 5, insane, right? And so he's probably getting to a level where it's like, I actually need an administrative manager who's like the ninja at managing admin people. That's a whole new level. And as you keep growing, you can have more unique and different skill sets, and you've got to be able to lead these people. And pretty much all of the people that you hire kind of need to be better than you at what you do. When I look at our band team, they're all better than me at everything that they do, and that's a big secret. Next one. Okay, physical resources. So sometimes you'll be limited by, location, space. There's people here. I was talking with Jared. He's literally built a school so big that it's like chocker, can't fit any more students in, and the Legends had to go buy the building next door. Is working on that. Super cool. You're speaking later this week, eh? Oh, it's going to be amazing. So that can be a limiting factor. Like you genuinely have some physical resources limiting you. Might be, space, location, equipment that you physically need to launch new classes and things. Final one, number 6, external factors. This is probably the only one where you can have an excuse. Things like we all experienced the pandemic, COVID, having to deal with that. Sometimes we get law changes, crazy employment law changes can be an external factor, which is hard work for you. Extreme weather, we don't get it so much where we are, but we really feel the pain with you guys where we see the snow days and the storms and hurricanes and things like that. Should just move to New Zealand, it's much more chill. Evictions, tricky landlords, all those sorts of things, outside factors where it's really beyond your control. That's another limiting factor. So we've got these 6 limiting factors, and all your challenges are going to fit into, I believe, one of these 6, and if you find a 7th, you're going to tell me later on. But if we look at these, except for the external factors, right, the good news and the bad news is, the bad news first is number 1 to 5, pretty much everything, if we take extreme ownership, it's kind of like in our control, caused by us. But the good part of that is that means we can change it. So literally every problem that you've jotted down, we're going to take another look at them soon, is going to fit into these buckets, and we've started to take a look at how we can take ownership to push through. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to see the full presentation as well as all the other talks from our Builder Music School conference, click the link around this video and you can get access to all of those recordings right now.